Hey there, entrepreneurs, business owners, and coaches. Welcome back. My name is Yvonne, and I'm a business and financial coach, really helping you build your dream business and achieve financial freedom. So if you want to learn about building wealth, growing your business, and achieving financial freedom, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a topic that really every entrepreneur and small business owner is really curious about. And that is, how can you increase your income? Here I'm going to be sharing with you 10 proven strategies and actionable tips for you to begin implementing these strategies today. So grab your coffee, notebook, and let's get started. So because I really want to dive deep into the information and I really want to over deliver for you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this training into a two-part series. So I'll be sharing 5 strategies today in this video, in part 1, and then 5 additional strategies in part 2. That way I can keep these videos smaller, more brief, but also I can go deeper. I hope that makes sense and that's okay with you. So I do want to say and encourage you to stick around till the end to learn how my course, the Financial Freedom Accelerator Academy, can really take your income to the next level. This particular program is not for everyone. It's only for those that are really self-motivated and really are action takers and really are invested in creating that mindset shift and that identity shift that is so necessary to get to that next level. So if this resonates with you, definitely I encourage you to enroll in the Financial Freedom Accelerator Academy, and you can click on the link in the description box below for more information on that. Okay, so now let's dive right in. Now the first way that you can increase your income as a business owner or entrepreneur is really diversify your revenue streams. And this is the first strategy, and this is really about not putting all your eggs in one basket. And I want you to think about this. If one revenue stream dries up, you've got others, or you want to have others to fall back on. And you can do this by really identifying maybe complementary products or services that you can offer and exploring passive income options like maybe ebooks or templates or anything that could actually shelter you, right? So that way, so if you, for example, are in a product-based business or service-based business, how can you increase your product or service offering so that you have complementary services and products, or you can diversify with just having completely different products and services. I'll give you an example. In my case, I have an e-commerce business and I sell on Amazon. It's called Classic Quintessential, so you can look that up. And I have products that are great quality. I spent a lot of time making sure I worked with the right suppliers, and I really negotiated with them, worked closely with them when I did find the right one that was going to give me the right product. I went through months of getting different samples, and long story short, it really hit me with understanding that there's going to be an increase in the taxes for imported goods from China. And so this really set a big wrench on the business, on my e-commerce business, because I do depend on offshore, overseas logistics and supplier. And so the good news is that I have also a coaching business, and I sell digital products as well. I have books available for sale on Amazon, and so and real estate. So I've diversified to the point where I may take a hit in one area temporarily, and we do know that just like everything else, change is going to be uncomfortable at first, and then there's an opportunity to adapt and for the long term, these changes are good for the U.S. economy, because ultimately that's going to force more companies to source from U.S. So United States American manufacturing is going to see just a very different journey for us, and a lot of more opportunities here. And I'm looking forward to that, right? I'm looking forward to working with now a U.S. manufacturer. So my business model is going to be changing for the e-commerce, but it's going to go through some discomfort and some adoption to adopt to those changes. And I'm sharing this with you because many of you are in this similar situation. So I encourage you to take a look at it from a different perspective. I know you are empowered to choose how you're going to see situations that come to you. You can be a victim and play the victim and play the blame game, or you can be empowered and choose to see it from a more mature perspective, from a higher level, from a longer term approach. I actually gave somebody this example today. I took the kids to story time this morning, and I'm talking to someone that has been impacted, and I says, it's almost like when you're planning a vacation, right? So a vacation maybe next year for your family. All the families lined up and riled up and all excited about, yeah, we're all on board. We're going to take this vacation next year. It's going to mean that the family is going to be on a tighter budget so that we can afford this lavish trip next year as a family, right? So you're looking forward to this great experience in the long run, but what that means is in the short run, there's some budgeting constraints. That means we may not be able to go out to these nice restaurants or out for the same entertainment that we did before, because we're compressing the budget, we're saving for the vacation next year. And so a lot of times when we see these changes and these shifts in the short term, it could be uncomfortable, but in the long term, there's so much benefits, and we just have to get through it and choose to see things in a positive perspective, because you're going to get through it anyway, right? So choose the journey that's going to be more comfortable for you and more expansive. And so just like anything, we want to diversify. So when these things happen, and they'll continue to happen throughout our lifetime, that we'll be able to get above it because we have not put all our eggs in one basket in our businesses. But I wanted to give you another example. Let's say you're a personal trainer and you offer services on site. Well, that really limits you, right, to a certain location for people that are maybe a few miles away from that gym that you work in. But let's say that you increase your offering to provide online workout plans. Now you've expanded your reach and you can serve so many more people and help them on their health and wellness journey by offering online fitness health plans. And so you can offer this alongside your in-person sessions. And that's what I mean when I say diversifying. So you don't necessarily have to go with completely different products and services. You can stay within the same, but start getting creative and start thinking, how can I expand my offering so that I shelter myself in case anything happens? So let's move on to the second way to increase your income as an entrepreneur and small business owner, and that is upsell and cross-sell. So now let's talk about this, because oftentimes people get mixed up with these two, and they're critical and they're crucial for adding that additional revenue into your business, really infusing additional profits. So upselling is offering a customer a more premium or a higher priced version of the same product, while cross-selling is offering a different product that is complementary or goes along with the product the customer is buying. So for example, let's say you're at a coffee shop and you're just there to buy a cup of coffee, but the barista says, oh, would you like a muffin with your coffee? Gee, that sounds like a great idea. I will. Go ahead and add that muffin. So now what that coffee shop has done incrementally, they've added additional revenue stream just by asking every single customer that goes into that counter that same question. Or maybe you go to buy a burger for lunch and the waiter says, oh, would you like some fries with that? See? And of course, many people say yes, right? And you see that model with McDonald's, for instance. And now it's natural to always have fries with your burger. And that's that cross-selling that's gotten to really make a big difference in business. And so that is cross-selling. It's selling you a product that you didn't plan to buy, but since it complements what you purchased, you're more likely to buy it. And I'll give you another example. Just recently, I bought a water bottle on Amazon online, and it was a big, nice water bottle, I think it was a gallon jug. I'm trying to drink more water, and there was a few options that I had, but the one that I went with was the product that bundled or cross-sold an additional product, and that was cleaning, little cleaning brushes to go along, because as you know, when you're brushing a water bottle, especially a gallon water bottle, you're going to need special tools to be able to clean it, not just your regular sponge. And I thought, wow, that's very thoughtful of them to include that, so that now they get more sales that way. And they really stand out. So now let's go to upselling. Upselling is offering a higher priced version of the same product. So you can do this, for instance, by offering premium packages. So for example, you go to the hair salon and you go get your hair washed and blow dried, and that hairstylist says, you know what, you can upgrade and include a deep conditioning treatment with your service. And more likely than not, if it doesn't take too much time, you're going to comply and say, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I do need some deep conditioning. So, and they've gotten me too, right? So it's just going to help you sell additionally and have an additional income stream for you. And it doesn't take very much. For instance, another example is, let's say you're a coach or you're a consultant and you have maybe a group coaching program, but you also have the chance for your client to upgrade to a premium package or a VIP package, for instance. A lot of times they're called a VIP package. And that may include additional, maybe a personalized action plan review with feedback, or maybe priority email support, or maybe access to a private mastermind session with other VIP clients. See, there's so many things that you can add to your core offering to upsell. And what that does is it increases the value of the initial purchase by enhancing the experience and the results for the client. You're not changing the core offer, you're just enhancing the experience. Now, what I would like you to do, since you've got your notepad handy, or even, an app on your phone with a notepad, just take a few seconds here and just jot down from point 2. Is there any, and let's not think in terms of limits, because a lot of times our limiting beliefs come to stop us from being creative. I want you to, if there were no limits, what are a few different ways that you can upsell or cross-sell your existing product? Okay? Don't get caught up in pricing and this, that, and the other. Just free think and capture that. Now, point 3 in how to increase your income as an entrepreneur or small business owner is expanding your target market. Expanding your target market. You see, sometimes your next big income boost is in a market you haven't tapped into yet. And you can do this maybe by researching underserved audiences and adapting your products to appeal to new demographics. So, for example, maybe a fitness coach creates classes tailored for seniors. And it's interesting because when you think of a fitness coach, the demographic is more likely going to be people maybe in their 20s through their 50s or 60s and strong and capable and just getting to that next level. But an underserved demographic are our seniors, maybe people in their 70s or 80s and 90s. And these individuals are really seeking for people that can help them with mobility, flexibility, and things like this, and movement, you see, stretching. And so a fitness coach can really create a comprehensive program for these seniors, right? And help them. And goodness, what a beautiful way to contribute to society by having these programs, maybe even in these adult care facilities where they go and they have a few hours and they give a nice tailored maybe a group fitness session with our seniors to help them just get their blood flowing and have better mobility. I mean, that's pretty exciting, isn't it? It's funny, just recently I was on Instagram and I got an ad for a fitness coach, and she had a really unique proposition, very creative, for an underserved demographic. And what she said was this. She says, I'm here, and her ad is really, really fun. And she's pretty much saying, look, I'm looking for women that are making $100,000 or more in their career, that are tired, that are overworked, that are burned out, that are overwhelmed, that don't have time. I want to help you because I know that for you, getting fit is more about the experience. You want to feel more of an experience than just exercising. See, it's more than just exercising. It's the experience you're going for. And I'm going to support you through that. And I thought, wow, that's really creative, because a lot of these fitness gyms are not going for the demographic of women that have more of a distinct taste and want a more luxury experience. See, a lot of these like CrossFit and maybe, or even Orange Theory or Life, there's a lot of gyms that really cater to a different demographic, right? A broader net, and are really missing out on this more unique and niche of women that make a certain amount. And so I thought that was interesting. And I think she is going to do very, very well. She actually got a lot of hate, a lot of cattiness, unfortunately, in her ad. And I pray that she continues and she moves forward and she ignores that. And she will find her tribe. And because I really do think that is an underserved demographic of women that just don't have the time. But when they work out, for goodness sakes, they want to feel good. They don't want to feel like they're sweating and working and being militant about it. Can I have some fun, please? So she's catering to that, and I hope she does. And I know she's going to do well. She just needs to move forward and support and help that niche as best as she can. I'm sure she will. So I want you to now start thinking about what are some underserved demographics that you can begin to focus and tailor your offering for. Another example is maybe a consultant that offers workshops for small nonprofits instead of just corporations. Okay. And I know that a lot of consultants do like to reach for those high ticket corporations, and that's fine. But a lot of them are flooding to that demographic. And these are underserved that have a budget for consultants are not being served. Okay. And here's your opportunity. So now let's move on to a point. And if you have any questions on this, please feel free to reach out to me. Click on the description, the link in the description below. You'll have access to my website. And I do offer one-on-one coaching. Packages are available for you as well. So if you need help with really getting creative with this, with thinking outside of the box and strategizing, I'm here to support you. Okay. So point 4 is leverage digital marketing. Now, digital marketing is your best friend, and you can do this by running targeted ads on social media platforms and optimizing your website for SEO to increase organic traffic. And I've done this and it has served me well. I've been able to really reach an audience that I would not have otherwise done if it weren't for creating ads on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. And so that's very good. And it does serve its purpose if you're very clear. The only problem with it is it does take a lot of budget. So you do have to keep that in mind. And also optimizing your website for SEO is important. Organic traffic is definitely necessary for you to get your products and services, to get that visibility out there. So one example is maybe a photographer creates a Pinterest board, that links to their portfolio. Another example is a career coach that runs LinkedIn ads to promote their resume services. So there's a lot that you can do. You just have to take some time to strategize. And so the next step on point 4, leveraging digital marketing, is I want you to just take a moment and just if there's one thing, it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't let limits stop you from your creative thinking, right? Let's put on our creative thinking, and just for a few moments, let that ride. If you can leverage digital marketing for your business and money was not an option, okay, let's put that limit to the side and let's just be creative and think here for a moment. What would you implement? And how can that help and serve and support you to get to that next level in your business? So just capture that. And now point 5 is increasing your prices strategically. So you want to be clear on this one with calculating the true value of your offers and communicating the benefits to your customers and what your customers receive in terms of benefits. Now, I want to spend some time discussing this because most entrepreneurs make the mistake of communicating features instead of benefits. So they'll go off on a tangent and say, this product, so for example, for my brand, my e-commerce brand is called Classic Quintessentials, and that's available on Amazon as of this video. And I'm selling fabric storage bins, fabric organizers for your home, and they're really pretty. I'll see if I don't have it with me in this area here. I've got them in my other room. Actually, I'm going to bring them for the next video just so you can see them if I remember. So anyways, these are organizers that have certain measurements, and you can put your tools in there. You can organize your clothing. You can organize your home office supplies. So those are features, right? So here, and I remember as I was putting together the product description, I realized that most of what I was listing were features, and that's great. But on the other hand, if you're going to describe your product or service, don't forget to also include the benefits. And that is really what's going to tug at the heart of your customer. And it's going to be the catalyst that's going to encourage them to purchase your product. right? So the benefits explain why those features matter. How do they improve their life? How does it solve a problem? How does it fulfill a desire? So for instance, my fabric storage bins, it helps you to have a clean space, to feel more at peace in your home because it's tidy and organized. And these are the features that I put in the product description, okay? Because I want to make sure that I have a nice balance of features and benefits. So now think of it this way. Features are about facts, right? So this, fabric storage bin, has the measurement of this length, width, and height, right? That's the feature, and you can put stuff in it. That's the feature. Okay, that's fine, but that doesn't tug at the feelings. That's just facts. The benefits are about the feelings. How am I going to feel once I have this fabric storage bin? Oh, I'm going to feel so relieved because I finally get to have the peace of mind that comes from an organized, tidy home, and it's sleek and modern design makes me feel that my home is classy, right? And all these other great things. So benefits are about feeling. So when you think of your product or service now, what feeling is it going to convey in your customer? What feeling does it convey? Right? So when you're communicating benefits, you're tapping into your audience's wants, needs, and emotions, right? So that's what drives buying decisions. Someone is going to buy something based on an emotion and a feeling. So for example, in my coaching business, a feature is that my coaching program includes live coaching calls, right? So in my sales page, you're going to see includes live group coaching calls. Okay, that's great. But I'm not going to stop there because that's just a feature. That's just a fact. But now what's the benefit to my client, right? The live group coaching calls is not the benefit. The benefit is that they're going to get real-time guidance and accountability so they can stop spinning their wheels and start seeing real progress and get progress faster and compress the time. Instead of reading all those books, hundreds of books, and going through the experiences, bad experiences, and losing money and spinning their wheels and getting frustrated and getting angry and all of that, right? So I help them to really compress time and fast track so that they can start seeing results and gain that financial freedom that they deserve. So that's a benefit. You see how that really gets to the emotions and the feelings? So that is what really appeals to my client. And the investment that they make lines up with the value they are getting. You see? So the pricing lines up to the value. So another example is maybe a copywriter includes a more comprehensive editing process in their copywriting package and therefore increases her rates to reflect the value the client is getting. Yeah, I'll give you an example. Recently, I've been looking for an editor to edit the book that I'm writing. I'm currently writing a book that's going to line up to my Financial Freedom Accelerator Academy program. And in searching for the right editor that really would be a great match for me, I'm seeing how they're writing their copy and the packages that they provide. And I don't mind paying more. That's going to include more services. That is going to give me more benefits. And it's going to make me feel comfortable that this is the best that I can get. So there you have it. 5 strategies to increase your income as an entrepreneur or small business owner. So which one are you excited to try? I'd love to hear from you. Now remember, the key here is to take action. So if you're ready to take your income to the next level, join my course, the Financial Freedom Accelerator Academy. I'll walk you through every step to unlock your path to financial freedom. The link is in the description box below. And I will say again, this is not for everyone. Okay, this is an exclusive opportunity for those that are interested in getting to that next level, really experiencing that identity shift and that mindset shift necessary so that they can step into the greater version of themselves and start seeing their life through different lenses and experiencing that at the next level. So if that resonates with you, click in the description box below and the link and enroll, and I'll see you on the other side. Now, if you enjoyed this training, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that helps you thrive in business and life. And remember to share this training with fellow small business owners and entrepreneurs that you feel will find this information useful. And until next time, keep building, keep thriving, and keep dreaming big. Now remember to tune into part 2 of this training series, how can you increase your income as an entrepreneur or business owner? There, I'm going to be sharing 5 additional proven strategies and action tips for you to begin to increase your income today. See you soon. Thank you.